afternoon. Your boy is feeling nice. I just had a really exciting lunch meeting, not because of the business that it may lead to or whether or not there's anything there business related, but you know, it always amazes me the amount of times that through business and through esports I get to meet just like really cool and passionate people, and whether or not like we have, you know, something that goes beyond business. And what makes me passionate about esports is that the amount of people that you meet on a daily basis, that whether or not you end up doing something together, what you do end up meeting is cool people that work within the same industry that you just have this sort of connection with because of the industry that you work on. And then through that little bit that you have in common with said person, you develop this sort of like kinship almost, and then from there it evolves into something else, and you know, friendships and partnerships become that much more fun. And today was no different. Today was really cool. So right now I am about to go pick up my brother. We're about to go look at a different office space. As you guys know, I've been going through it, trying to figure out a good studio from which I will create amazing and cool things out of, along with my optic boys. You know, something cool, something worthy of the optic brand, something worthy of that, you know, something cool. So that's where I'm headed right now. Well, I gotta pick up my brother first, and then we're gonna head there. In fact, let's just go there now. When my brother was coming out of this building, his ass fell. Oh, look at him vlogging.
I got your ass now.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
I got your ass now. How do you like it, you son of a bitch?
Don't call my mom that. She's gonna watch this video and she's gonna be very upset.
My bad, Mom. Dude, I'm having the hardest fucking time starting a goddamn YouTube channel.
Tell me why.
Well, I just started it and I got no subscribers.
What's your YouTube channel?
The OG Dro, no spaces. Zeros and threes.
Wait, what? Come on, what is it?
It's the OG Tombs.
Which one is it?
It's the OG Tombs.
You said like 5 different names just now.
Well, it's one of them. Go look at all of them. No, it's the OG Tombs.
Put your seatbelt on.
That's not important right now.
All right, you know, it's crazy. I'm glad that you're wearing what you're wearing because... can you leave tonight and come back Saturday?
Hell yeah.
We're going to Lake Okeechobee tonight.
No, for real?
Yeah. So this all started because Rob from UMG invited me. I'm gonna it's just Rob, okay? From now on, I always said that I'm gonna stop calling him UMG because he's not a part of UMG anymore. Or I think he still has. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So Rob from UMG invited me to go to the Bahamas today. So I said I am down. So I was gonna hop on a plane today to go from here to Fort Lauderdale, and from Lauderdale to the Bahamas to go fishing. There wasn't enough room for me, so he said sorry. And then I told him, like, do you know anybody in Okeechobee that's you know, catching them right now and is, you know, willing to take me out? And you know, I usually call, you know, Scott Martin, and then after Scott Martin I call Captain Dave, and they've both been, I mean, Scott got his own thing going. Captain Dave has been booked because, you know, he's such a great guy that there's like, this guy doesn't have any time off. And then Rob's like, I met this new dude. His name is the Angler Joey, as you guys are seeing right at the bottom of the screen on Instagram, and he has been slaying them. So I hit him up, and I hit him up on Instagram, and then I gave him my phone number, and they texted me. He's like, yo, I can only take you out for like 6 hours tomorrow. And I'm like, all right, dope, done, deal. Let's do that thing. So what I told him, I'm like, listen, I can leave tonight and land tonight, and then I'll see you tomorrow morning, like super early. And he said, book it, let's do this. So I asked my brother if he'd come with me. He obviously said yes, as you guys just saw. And that's the plan as of right now. Just super out of the blue. I hate, look at this weather. You think I moved from Chicago weather to this sort of weather to experience this rain, this 39-degree weather that I'm experiencing right now, cold rain? No, I came here to live a warm life.
I'm a little nervous though, because I'm worried that this guide isn't gonna like me at all. I'm the biggest, clumsiest mother, and I'll tell you what, the last guides, boat that I've been on, I've broken almost all of their things, and it's never good. They look at me coming on boat, and they're like, oh, I know this big is gonna cause some trouble on my boat. Sure enough, I always break something or lose something.
My drone. I mean, name one thing of mine that you haven't broken.
Your heart.
Come on, man. So the space pretty much goes from this column that I'm standing at to the wall to that wall over there in the L. So it's like an L space, L-shaped space that we are looking at. So it's more than enough. The building we just checked out is actually very, very cool. It's a lot taller and wider than any other buildings that we've looked at. I mean, as you guys saw, the textile company was really cool. The difference in the decision making behind which one we go to as ultimately falls down to how much money Hector is willing to spend on this particular project. And I am super, super passionate about it. And I think that what I'm gonna create out of here is gonna be really, really cool. You know, at least from a cool standpoint, the ability to have, you know, the teams compete out of somewhere that's spacious and gives them like the ability to just spread their wings, just makes it a little bit more viable, in my opinion. Anyway, I have to pack. I have to get going. We have to go. Back at home, and I have been trying to figure out how to pack this whole setup, because since I'm only gonna be there for one day, there's no need for me to take excess luggage. So I'm just gonna pack a backpack. Now, unfortunately, this backpack right here is super, super tiny, so I'm not gonna be able to fill it. So I moved it over to the Nike MLG one that I have, and this one fits a lot more stuff in there. 2 days worth of clothes, and then obviously some stuff up here, my Mac and that. But I still haven't packed my reels. I still haven't packed, like there's a lot of stuff that I need to take. So I might have to take 2 bags, maybe this backpack and then a cinch bag. Which is probably what I'll end up doing, because it's, you know, 2 little backpacks that's easy to carry. I'll put my laptop in one of them, and the rest, everything will be packed in there. Yeah, I'm excited. We leave at 8:45 today, so let's get going. Let's go get the reels, and then we'll figure everything else out. You know, this whole moving process has been something to behold. Obviously, we lived at our old home for close to, look at the mess behind me. We lived at our old home for close to 6 years. So in those years, you accumulate a lot of stuff that you may not necessarily want anymore. So a lot of the sorting stuff that we have going on right here is just old stuff that we are giving away as donations. You know, from hats to clothes, shoes. We're just making sure that, you know, we don't throw out anything that can be given away and can benefit somebody. So we're trying to do donations. Let's grab these. All right, so where in the world I don't think this works, but this is the reel. This Shimano Curado is the one that I took to Okeechobee last year, and I absolutely murdered it with this. Absolutely destroyed it with this reel. I'm talking about 27 fish for the day. Well, I'm sorry, 27 fish total throughout the course of 2 days. The top dog, the heaviest fish, being close to 7.1. So hoping to replicate that, taking my lucky reel with me. And this is probably all that I'll take. I'll probably take a second reel just in case, but I think that I have more than enough with this. I'm not gonna take any rods. I'll just use Joey's rods for this. I'm so psyched, man. I am so psyched. The only problem right now, as it stands, is that I don't know whether or not I am going to be able to rent a car, and as such, I don't know how I am going to get from Fort Lauderdale to Lake Okeechobee. I'm a bit nervous. This Okuma that I'm taking with me was a gift from Scott Martin. So these are the 2 that I'm going to take. These are the 2 that are these are my favorite ones. The Curado specifically, because of its color, it reminds me of a very, very fond and dear memory from my childhood. The memory is pretty much as a kid, obviously growing up where I did, we didn't really have toys. Essentially, we maybe had some luchadoras, like little toys, but you know, I didn't have toys. So, and I'm talking about when I was really, really young. I'm talking about maybe when I was like 5 to 7 years old. I remember every summer, I think it was summer, right before summer, there would be like this migration of beetles that would go through Juarez, and they're like the beetles that are like green and brown. They have like this green pearl look to it. You know how it changes colors, like it's green, but then if you look at it in a different angle, like it changes colors. Well, this Curado has that same sort of color that just changes as it goes. Anyway, so the memory is pretty much my grandmother, rest in peace. my grandma used to grab a string and one of those beetles, and very, very carefully would tie the string around its collar and the back of the wings, as to not interfere with the beetle flapping its wing to fly. So what she would create is this sort of kite made out of a live animal, and I would run around with it and play with it, and I'd feed it lettuce or whatever was around. And then after that, at the end of the day, or when it was like, when I got done playing with it, I would take it back to her. She would clip the little string that she attached it with, and then the thing would go away. Sometimes, fatalities happen, but the majority of the time we made sure that we took good care of the beetles, because and the way she would say it is that it's allowing you to play with it, take care of it, don't treat it badly. The whole nine. My grandma, Aurelia was her name. That memory to me is always puts a smile on my face, and I'm actually gonna get that tattoo, this tattoo that you're seeing there, somewhere on my arm as to commemorate that memory of my grandmother. Anyway, I'm gonna end the vlog right here. Tomorrow's vlog begins with an adventure that you guys are not gonna wanna miss. So, having said that, and with that said, I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow as usual, and as per usual, at the same damn time.
Leave a like on the video.